What's up, guys? It is a beautiful Monday afternoon, and I am in the kitchen processing some tomatoes. As you can see, I've already done about 16 pints of salsa, and I'm going to do some more because my husband loves it. And I thought I would just hop on here and talk about my favorite heirloom tomatoes. Every year I grow maybe like 6 or 7 varieties, and I also sell heirloom plants at the farmer's market, and then whatever's left over I plant. So this year I had a surgery this year, and so that kind of threw everything off because I didn't know if I was going to sell plants or not, and I decided to go ahead and sell some and sell as many as I could before my surgery and get the rest in the ground, and that was that. So this year I grew, I think, 5 varieties, and I'm just going to go ahead and go through each one and talk about them a little bit and tell you what I like about them, tell you what I don't like about them. First off, we have your good old standard Cherokee Purple. I've been growing this one for, gosh, probably 10, 12 years, and this is probably one of the best tasting tomatoes you can grow. And I think a lot of people would vouch for that. I think you can even get these plants at like your big box stores because it's a pretty popular heirloom tomato. It's got exceptional flavor, and it's got good bug resistance, decent disease resistance, but this year I noticed a lot of them split. Usually that happens when you have dry conditions and then you get a bunch of rain all at once. It can cause certain varieties to split. So that was my only complaint with these this year. But otherwise, this is a winner every single year. Cherokee Purple. Next we have Big Rainbow. Now the bottom of this one looks like it's starting to rot a little bit on the bottom there, but if you ignore that and you just look at the rest of it, usually right when it's ripening, there's a little green up there too, so it has more of a rainbow color. These are a big tomato, they'll be about a pound. Some of them can be a lot bigger than that. I picked some 2-pounders. I grow this one because it's pretty and people like a pretty tomato. So I grow these plants for the farmer's market, and then I also grow them in my garden. They have a good flavor. They're more on the yellow tomato side. They're not as acidic. The only thing I don't like about them is I like to use tomatoes for canning, and these have like a really big core in the middle, so you lose a lot of tomatoes. That's my only complaint. Disease resistance is okay. Bug resistance, I give it like a 5 out of 10. But these did not split, so these did really good this year. So this is Big Rainbow. You can see, very pretty, very pretty. I think I might have another one sitting here somewhere. I do. Here's another one. That one's got a little green on it because it's still ripening, but they're just pretty. Okay, so next I have, this is the little one, and I think in the other room I have a bigger one, but this is called, I think Snow White. It's a white tomato. To be honest, I haven't tried this one yet, so I can't tell you how the flavor is. But I will say, disease resistance, awesome. Bug resistance, awesome. No splitting. Overall, as far as productivity and resistance to disease and bugs, I would give this one an 8 out of 10. Very good. Next up is, here are these little guys here, and these are awesome. If you want to grow a great tomato for your garden, these are called Sunrise Bumblebee. They're really pretty. And they are a decent sized grape tomato. They are extremely productive. I mean, if you want to grow a tomato for yourself and maybe to sell at the market or have enough to give away to friends or family, it's the way to go. They're delicious and they're super productive. They do split. They're prone to splitting, but not terrible. I mean, when you off one plant you get so many tomatoes, and if you split, like, what's the big deal? So I give those 5 stars. I grow those. This is my 5th year growing those, and I will never grow another grape tomato. I grew one called Atomic grape tomato, and it was really pretty, but it was flavorless. So with these you get the beauty, and they are very delicious. And of course you have to grow every year. For some reason mine were a lot smaller this year. These are, I think these are San Rosano, I don't know how you say it. But these are your paste tomatoes. Usually they're a lot bigger. I have no idea why they're so tiny this year. But super productive, minimal bug problems, minimal disease issues, and tons of tomatoes. Great for making, salsas, pastas, and all that. So definitely a must-have in my garden every year. And I think I'm pretty sure these are that variety. I'm starting to wonder if I planted a different variety, but I'm pretty sure it's been quite a year. Pretty sure that's the variety. And then last but not least, the winner of the garden this year, and I will plant these every year now, and I don't think I've ever planted them. These are all heirlooms. This is beefsteak. Beefsteak 2, I think it was called. I'll post in the comments below the exact variety, but these were awesome. I mean, huge. These aren't even the biggest. I mean, I was picking 2-pounders and not just one. Like, I would say every other tomato was huge. And they're awesome for canning. When you cut this open, there's minimal core. They're real meaty. So I give these a 10 out of 10. A must-have for the garden, especially if you want to use them for canning. I mean, I like using the paste tomatoes for canning, but I also love using the regular big old slicers for canning. So definitely beefsteak. I think it was called beefsteak 2. And I would definitely recommend these. So that's it. Those are all the varieties that I grew this year. And yeah, you can see them. Just dehydrating some over here and getting ready to make more salsa for my husband because he loves homemade salsa. So that's it. My favorite heirloom tomato, which we did not grow this year, and my husband was so disappointed that Baker Creek they don't carry the seed anymore. I think we've been growing it for probably 10 years, and it's his favorite tomato is Solar Flare. So if you can find those seeds anywhere, they are awesome. That's my husband's favorite, and I didn't grow them this year. He was bummed out. I'm sure I could have got the seeds somewhere else, but I bought all my seeds from Baker Creek this year in just one full swoop. I just got the seeds that I needed, and that was that. But I was sad they don't have that one. I don't know why they discontinued it, because it was an incredible tomato, beautiful, excellent flavor, the whole 9 yards. So that's just one to consider. That's one of our favorites. So tell me what your favorite heirloom tomato is. I always love trying new varieties, and it's always nice to get recommendations. I hate to grow a bunch of plants and have a tomato that's so-so. Like I said, I do like planting ones that are pretty, because people like a pretty tomato in their garden. I'm trying to think of what others I've grown in the past that I didn't do this year. Pork chop is a good one. That's a yellow slicer. We didn't do that one this year. I can't really think of any others at the moment. Like, I think it was called Galaxy tomato from Baker Creek. Those were fun. They were very pretty, and sometimes when you grow an heirloom and they show you, the picture of it, you wonder if it's going to look just like the picture on the seed packet, and it really did. It was a beautiful, beautiful tomato. But yeah, throw your comments down below on what your favorite heirloom tomato is. What staple do you have that you grow every year? I'd love to get some suggestions. So I am just getting ready to can some more salsa and probably go pick some more tomatoes, because there's a lot more out there. So that's it. I hope you all have a good day.